Hey everyone, it's Mike Burge from Southern Home Offers, and today we're going to talk about what happens when property taxes go unpaid here in Chattanooga and also in the North Georgia area. Now, this is something that catches a lot of homeowners off guard, especially people who've never missed taxes before. Inherited properties or they own a vacant home, this comes into play. So, what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through how property taxes work, what the county does when they're unpaid, and how it's different from foreclosure, and most importantly, what options you still have. So, property taxes are annual taxes that are assessed by the county and used to fund things like schools, roads, emergency services, and local infrastructure. Even if the home is vacant, inherited, or rented out, property taxes are still due every year. One thing that surprises people is that taxes don't pause just because the house isn't being used or because someone passes away. When property taxes go unpaid, penalties and interest begin to add up. At first, the balance may not seem overwhelming, but over time it can grow much larger than people expect. The county will send notices, but these notices often get ignored or misunderstood. Many homeowners don't understand or realize how serious the situation can be until it's much further along in the process. So it's important to understand that the unpaid property taxes are not the same as foreclosure. Foreclosure involves a lender and a mortgage. Property tax delinquency involves the county. These are two completely separate legal processes with different timelines and rules. A homeowner can be current on their mortgage and still lose a property due to unpaid taxes. Now, a lot of mortgages nowadays have the property taxes wrapped into them so that it's paid by the mortgage company, but I want you to understand that there are definitely separate entities going on here. So if the property taxes remain unpaid for long enough, the county can move toward a tax sale. Now, this involves publishing a list of delinquent properties and eventually auctioning them to recover the unpaid taxes. While there are legal steps and timelines involved, once the tax sale is scheduled, options become more limited. And that's why understanding this process early becomes so important. On most of the common questions we hear are, how much time do I have? And the honest answer is that depends on how long the taxes have been unpaid and where the property is in the county's process. Notices are usually sent well before the tax sale, but waiting until the last minute can significantly reduce your options, just as it does in most situations. Time is one of the most valuable assets in these situations. In many cases, yes, a homeowner can sell the property before the tax sale occurs. And typically, the unpaid taxes are paid out of the proceeds at closing. However, timing is critical. Once the tax sale date is very close, coordinating the tax sale becomes more difficult. Acting earlier gives homeowners more flexibility and less stress. So most people don't fall behind on their taxes because they're careless. It usually is due to life events such as job loss, medical expenses, divorce, inheriting a property unexpectedly. Vacant properties are especially vulnerable because there's no daily reminder that the taxes are still accruing. And these situations happen to good people. When property taxes are behind, many homeowners don't have resources to make repairs or updates. Selling a property as is can be a practical solution. This allows homeowners to resolve the tax issue without investing additional money into the property that they may not want to keep or be able to keep. So when a cash sale makes sense and time is limited, the property is vacant or inherited, or the homeowner needs certainty, cash sales can reduce the risk of financing and can close quickly. Often important when deadlines are approaching. And this is not about rushing, it's about reducing uncertainty. And a lot of times we can close in 2 to 3 weeks just to get it done quickly for you. The biggest takeaway is ignoring the unpaid property taxes almost always makes the situation worse. Options exist earlier than most people realize, but those options shrink over time. Education and early action usually can lead to better outcomes and less stress. If you're behind on your property taxes in Chattanooga, and the next best step is education, I encourage you to read our full blog post that's linked below this video, where we go into more detail. Understanding what your options are puts you back in control. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You don't have to navigate this alone. You can also get all the information at southernhomeoffers.com and look at our real estate articles, and you'll find everything you may want to know about tax sales and any other information. Again, feel free to reach out to us directly and we can help you walk through the process.